SeaWorld is known for their awesome family shows, particularly around various animals. At Christmas time, they sprinkle in various Christmas shows and finally brought back Clyde and Seamore's Countdown to Christmas. So, which shows are my favorite at SeaWorld San Antonio's Christmas celebration? Find out in this countdown. SeaWorld lists a bunch of Keeper Talks and other things as shows on their app. This normally isn't too hard to sort through during the summer, but is annoying during the Christmas celebration. I am only ranking either shows in an actual stadium, on a stage, or a parade. Not ranked. Rudolph's Christmas Tree Light Show. This is located at the Penguin Stage, but it's not really a show, though it was listed in the Log Ride app for the 2025 season. It's just the lights dancing while Rudolph Christmas music plays in the background. Number 11. Rescue Junior Animal Talk. This show is really short, at only like 5 minutes, and mainly seemed to be a photo and question opportunity for kids instead of a real show, which is disappointing as SeaWorld did a full 15-minute presentation similar to this with their Cajun critters during Mardi Gras. Some of this length could be the lack of shade in the Rescue Junior Theater itself, but families did start to crowd around once the show actually began. Even in a better form, it is still just an animal ambassador talking about and showing off animals in their care, which isn't the most exciting, but is engaging for families and really should be the heart of what Rescue Junior is all about. Number 10. A Wondrous Christmas Connection. Normally, I'm not really here to rank the animal connections, but this is maybe in a theater and is unique to Christmas, as an animal keeper will come out with some animals from the Wondrous Christmas show. When I viewed it, we had the llamas come out, but it seems the different animals will be rotated through. If you have any questions about the animals or the show in general, the ambassador is more than willing to take questions. So come ready with those. Number 9. Ocean Discovery. This gives some nice views of the dolphins and belugas, and actually is better now than it has been in the past, as the animals do a bit more for you to see. But it is still a very basic encounter with these animals, without much dressing up. I do prefer sitting close for this show, as the belugas are much more impressive to see up close, and only the first 2 rows got wet in the splash zone during the summer season, and that was only like 1 or 2 times that splashes even came, so you should be able to sit up close without fearing getting wet, especially as there's no splashes when I saw it during the Christmas season. This had Christmas music in the past as a slight Christmas overlay, but the regular music remained for the 2025 season. Number 8. ImaginOcean. This kids show is really cute, and watching the puppets do various tricks is both mesmerizing and a real honor to watch. The problem is the show is marketed as a family experience, and it is really for kids in the 3 to 6 year old range, with very few jokes or engagement points for older children, let alone us adults. For young kids, this show is fantastic, and it really does its job well, and my wife really likes this show. As an adult though, it is likely skippable unless you want to see all of the cool tricks that they do with the puppets, which is really worth seeing. With how awesome the concept is, I really wish it was more engaging for all ages, and I wish there was a special Christmas version to tie in with the overall Christmas celebration, as that would be perfect for kids and families to experience. Most recently, Coastal Christmas Tidings of Joy was in this theater for the Christmas celebration, and that still is one of my favorite Christmas shows that I've seen at SeaWorld San Antonio. Number 7. Rescue Junior Extravaganza Jinglebration. This dance party has a decent story with about 10 minutes of an actual show building up to dancing with Shamu and friends. The energy of the show creates a fun atmosphere with song and dance and brings out the big man himself, Shamu, which is always a nice touch for any family show. I'm not a huge fan of this style of show, but it works great for its main audience of kids in Rescue Junior, and is a neat experience for all ages, and is extra special at Christmas time, as dancing along with your favorite characters to Christmas tunes is just something special. Although SeaWorld did a great job dressing up this show, dancing with the Sesame Street characters, at least for me as an adult, was a bit more exciting. Number 6. Rudolph's Misfit Brass Band. This has a neat little stage that is now set up outside the Penguin exhibit, and this area looks really nice with its theme to Rudolph. The band was enjoyable to see, as I was missing out on those Christmas tunes by the time I got back to see it. Plus, the show itself mixes in the music, some fun little gags, and a narrator that helps tie everything together nicely. Number 5. Mariachis. This is located on a small stage towards the Beluga Stadium. This section is meant to be more representative of Hispanic culture during the Christmas event, which is why the performers are in this area. The Mariachis have talent, and the show is fun and well worth watching, as most of the songs were catchy and enjoyable to hear. There should be performances directly after Ocean Discovery, so that would likely be the easiest time to see this mariachi band. Number 4. Orca Encounter. This is the bread and butter of SeaWorld, and it's always incredible to see the orcas. At this point, I've seen this show many times, as they haven't updated it since 2020. If you don't mind getting wet, get up as close as you can to get incredible views of these creatures. This show does focus more on conservation and just showing off the orcas, instead of creating a story or other more engaging theatrical elements, which does make me feel it's a little less than maybe it could be. Given SeaWorld's rebranding, I can't understand why the show is the way it is, but I feel more could be here. My wife, though, has this as her favorite show, and favorite thing about SeaWorld overall, so it could easily be higher on this list. Number 30. RhythMotion Christmas Parade. The new for 2025 parade replaces the beloved Sesame Street Parade. For kids and even adults, seeing the Sesame Street characters was always special. But now, the parade does have broader appeal, as the music and cast easily can appeal to both kids and adults alike. The parade did stop at both the pathway by the entrance and again in Rescue Junior, so there were many places and chances to see the parade. The summer version only had one real song, so the music was a bit repetitive. But this version fixed that, as it has the RhythMotion song while the parade moves, but switches to Christmas songs at the 2 points where the parade stops for a few minutes. Number 2. Oh Wondrous Night. The largest Christmas show is Oh Wondrous Night, located in the amphitheater, which gives the show a large capacity. It's a nice mix of a traditional nativity story, along with puppet animals and real animals at the end, creating a nice mix of classic Christmas songs and family entertainment. The show is also long, running over 30 minutes, so it packs in everything Christmassy that it can into one show, while being similar though contrasting with the majesty of Christmas at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Number 1. Clyde and Seamore's Countdown to Christmas. For those who have been longing for the return of Clyde and Seamore's Christmas show, this show is back, with a nearly identical script to previous years, though SeaWorld might have added a 6-7 joke.
Like about $6,000-$7,000.
The current Sea Lion shows aren't nearly as funny and engaging as the past shows were, So it's incredible just to experience a humorous sea lion show again. It is even better that this show can put one right in that Christmas spirit between the rhyming elf, Clyde and Seamore getting ready for Santa Claus, and just the sea lions themselves. Which shows at SeaWorld are your favorite? If there are any past shows that you've liked, let me know as well. And as always, Kapkun Krab.